Happy Witchy Wednesday. Happy Witchy Wednesday to you, all my loves. Hello, YouTube. If you're watching this, my name is Leanna Gabrielle, and welcome to my world. Take a moment to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any more tarot tea, so you don't miss your weekly horoscopes. So we did start things off on my Instagram. So we're going to pick up where we left off. Happy Witchy Wednesday to all of us. Let us be open to the messages that the universe wants us to receive. So I kicked things off on IG talking about Capricorn, and Capricorn's starting card for this week was the Four of Swords right side up. So Capricorn, my Capricorn babies, like I was saying on YouTube, you got to let it go. It's time for you to bury that issue. Let it rest. That conflict is not going to go nowhere. Stop thinking that maybe if you would have done something different, or maybe if you tried again, but you do this different, or maybe if you do the same thing, but you try to go through someone else. Stop trying to rationalize and stop trying to look at it from another angle. Is really going to be time for you to bury this. Maybe you're resisting it because you don't want to go through the pain of that loss. You don't want to grieve. You don't want to feel that depression. You don't want to feel the vacancy and that space in your life that is left empty by this not working out how you want it to. You're going to have to let that go. It's going to be time for you to do that shadow work and do that mourning and really be willing to create the space in your life for what will be newer, bigger, and better. Ache. This week for you, Capricorn, I'm seeing you really realizing the value and the worth in that, okay? In that specific endeavor. In that specific form of emotional labor. I am seeing you really realize that letting that go, burying that, and moving forward. There is an element of divine masculine there, and of going for what you really deserve, which is going to be better than this conflict, than this circumstance, than this dead-end relationship, than this situation that's no longer giving you any more positive energy. Capricorn, there's such real, intense, hardcore value behind this lesson learned for you, behind really being able to bury that and move on. There's this immense sense of you achieving some spiritual coin there, of you getting some real, genuine enlightenment that you so deserve and need. Doing this, tackling this, dealing with this, being able to bury that and really move on is really going to put you on your throne in a sense. And you deserve to be on that throne. This is about your self-worth. This is about how you value yourself. This is about how you value your time. This is about how you value your energy, your intentions. Learning to bury that conflict is really going to help you strengthen your ego and your divine masculine in a very, very positive way. This is you conquering this. And I really genuinely see this happening for you. I see you doing this, and I'm already proud of you. That's how like strong and how beautiful this energy comes through. What's interesting is right after the King of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles came up. This is going to be such a rewarding experience for you. Although you might feel like you're doing the hard work now, you're going through the pain, you're going through the nitty-gritty, Capricorn. Understand, trust, and believe. Have faith, Caps. You are leading yourself to such a sense of abundance and prosperity and feeling at one with the universe and feeling at peace. This is going to be so good for you, Capricorn. Have faith in this path that you're on. Even though this seems like it's a bit of a difficult moment, Capricorn, you are lining yourself up with this sense of abundance and peace and this overflow of happiness. What's interesting is that this figure is the only human in the card. There is an element of solitude here, okay? There is an element of solitude in this card. And that's going to be so beautiful and so wonderful and so magical for you to take part in and really embrace this week, Capricorn. My loves, this is going to be incredible for you this week. Relating to the divine masculine and the ego, putting this certain conflict to rest, letting this die once and for all, burying this conflict once and for all. For you, Capricorn, is a lot of walking away from competitions that don't serve you, from situations that make you feel competitive, from situations that make you think that you're not enough, or that make you question whether or not you deserve it, that make you question whether or not you are enough, that make you question if you've put in enough work. This is going to be super important. This is the purpose. This is why it's time for you to really let this go once and for all. The universe is saying, Capricorn, let's put some respect on your name. You don't deserve to be feeling like you have to compete or like, you know, go above and beyond and push limits to prove yourself. Oh, Capricorn, no honey bun, that's just not going to be it. That's just not going to be it for you in this new chapter, in this new level of your elevation, Capricorn. So trust and believe for this week. This is what Spirit wants you to do. This is what the universe wants you to do in order to be more grounded, more comfortable, more solidified with where you are in your spiritual journey and on your path. You are evolving. Letting this go, burying this on your own, will be a huge emotional endeavor. So don't underestimate that. This is going to be great work, but what's coming to you will be a great reward. I do see solitude for you this week. I see you really analyzing if certain forms of community, hanging out with certain people, even just following certain IG accounts, if it's really good for your psyche, for your mental health, if it builds you up and empowers you, or if it makes you feel less than, makes you feel competitive, and you really, you know, taking the time to protect yourself and manage your boundaries around that. This is going to be huge. You know, Capricorn, again, this is not selfish. This is self-care. Self-care is essential. Self-care is preservation. So be gentle with yourself. Don't be so critical on yourself, because burying this is going to be a big deal. Have the mental funeral in your mind that you need to have. Write the letters you need to have. Say everything that you left unsaid for the sake of keeping the peace. Burn the letter, drown the letter, do what you have to do. You deserve better. You have to let those emotions flow and let them go, Capricorn. burying something is not easy. And really dissecting what were those lessons once and for all can be difficult to decipher. Maybe you need time, or maybe you need another perspective. Maybe you need to vent to a friend. Maybe you need to reach out for a custom tarot reading so we can really get to the root. And so we can really make sure that you're not going through the same pains, the same growing pains, and the same harsh lessons again. Because this is tough. This is tough. But I see so much reward for you. I see so much reward in this endeavor for you, Capricorn. I love you. Ache. Next up, we're going to be discussing the lovely Aquarius babies. Ache. Such a beautiful message for this week. Aquarius, we kicked things off on Instagram with this lovely daisy. Oh, Aquarius, when we see the Page of Cups. So traditional tarot will tell us that this could be a pregnancy announcement. So to some Aquariuses out there, just heed notice of that. Quarantine babies, perhaps. I call not it. That would be a meaning for this card in traditional tarot. Woo! Also, this card can be a symbol for a positive announcement, a joyous announcement. So when we think of cups in tarot, we think of love, we think of happiness. Maybe this is an announcement of a romantic commitment. Maybe this is the announcement of deciding on what to do once and for all about a certain situationship to solidify it as something serious and as a relationship. Maybe this card could be signaling it's time to propose to your significant other and really tell them how you feel. Wedding bells, anyone? Invite me. You know, overall, this card has such good energy, such good vibes, but peep that major wave in the back of the figure. So this announcement will be causing some waves in your life, Aquarius. Could be changing things up. So, you know, with that being said, I'm interested in seeing how this card will manifest for you guys individually. Reach out and definitely let me know. So this was the tip of the iceberg for the tea. The tip of the iceberg of all the tea for your week. For this week. Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius, my aqua babies. So what's interesting here is there's definitely a bit of a storm going on. You know, maybe you feel like there's a hardship going on, Aquarius babies. The Five of Pentacles comes up. Maybe you feel like you're going through a hardship. Maybe it's a financial one. This card is telling you that there will be help available, Aquarius, and that there is power in teamwork. So analyze that from all the different perspectives you need. There is an element of suffering and of the need for you to have hope. This could be rough, and you might really be struggling with asking for help. Work on that this week, Aquarius. What's interesting is that I'm also seeing the Ten of Swords, and it's coming out in reverse, Aquarius, my aqua babies. So this card is going to be very, very much very reminiscent about, oh, hello, Chloe, about the swords falling out. Hopefully this is the last time you have to learn this lesson, and it's a painful one, Aquarius. Hopefully this is the last time you endure this cycle. You know, it can be a bit of a rough patch. What's interesting is that, oh, okay, sure. So definitely, Aquarius, have hope for this week. There will be help available, but you really need to learn to ask for help. We're just gonna, there we go. Say hello, YouTube. Say my name is Chloe Chanel, and I run this whole house. So, yeah. So, fun facts: when you book a tarot reading with me, you help support this lovely, beautiful thing. Um, I'm also seeing for us this week, what's interesting is the 10 of Rods, and it is coming out in reverse. So Aquarius, hopefully this week, this is a very optimistic card, a very optimistic notion that there will be relief and that a sense of burden will be lifted. Hopefully this is true because I have been feeling the pressure myself, my loves. The struggle is real. So hopefully, Aquarius, this card will ring very true for this week, and we will feel some burdens being lifted. Whew, I feel a little bit better already. I'm not gonna lie. But we do have to work on asking for help, Aquarius. We try so much to have it together and to keep it together, and this is really about. Hello, I love you too. This is really about us realizing that there is help available and that we are entitled to exercise our throat chakras and open that up just a bit more. Ache. Oh, my dear Chloe. Aquarius, are y'all hanging in there? I know it's been rough. The 7 of Cups in reverse. We might be seeing someone or something for what it really is. And here's the twist. It might be ourselves. Oh. Chloe, are you hearing this? My dog is also an Aquarius. So, of course, she wants to be right on my lap to catch the tea because it's essential, baby. It's essential. Listen, the 7 of Cups in reverse, Aquarius. Maybe you had high hopes about a certain somebody. Oh my God. It just hit me. Because I've been dealing with a certain, you know what? I need a moment. Aquarius. The 7 of Cups in reverse is telling us that we about to really see somebody for who they really are and how they really struggle with the 7 deadly sins. Now, this could be about a situationship, about a certain somebody, or it could be about ourselves. Oh my God. Now, keep in mind, Mercury is in retrograde and it might come and bite us in the ass. Mercury retrograde might put us in a situation in which the worst of us is being put on display. Our worst qualities, our worst habits, our worst thought patterns coming to light and being on full display for us to really take it seriously and realize the reprogramming that has to occur. OMG. I'm telling you, I personally have a connection with this card, with the 7 of Cups, and it being tied to the 7 deadly sins. That interpretation has never failed me in all the years I have been reading tarot, whether it be for myself or for others. So do brace yourselves, Aquarius, for really seeing things for how they are. You know, I did make a post on IG talking about how that veil is only getting thinner as we get closer and closer to Halloween, you know, and sometimes it's the veil that we have over ourselves. So maybe you've been having a certain image of yourself, a certain protective front, and certain things are changing, certain things are crumbling, certain things are really being highlighted and brought to the surface. So Aquarius, do what you have to do to prepare for these moments. Hopefully some burdens will be lifted, but some truths will be told, hunty. Some realty will be shown. Hopefully this is the end of a cycle. You realize that help is available, and hopefully there's a positive announcement, particularly around commitment and around love. Ache. Oh, but Aquarius, hang in there. And about, you know, seeing how we might personally be struggling with something pertaining to the 7 deadly sins. seven deadly sins pertaining to lust, greed, envy, pride, so connected to the ego. Maybe that's been an overdrive for some of us, and the universe is finna get us all the way together with this Mercury retrograde. Overall, if you're not feeling it in this week in particular, my dear Aqua babies. So that was intense. That was tough. And I think next up, we're gonna talk about Pisces, because Aquarius got me all the way together for this week. Like, all the way together for this week. So Pisces, we started on Instagram for you Pisces with the 7 of Rods in reverse. Yeah, I had to like do a whole mental reset, okay, from my my reading for this week. So Pisces, we started on IG, your intro for this week, the 7 of Rods in reverse. So I talked on Instagram about how this card can be a signal that you don't have everything you need right now to manifest what you're trying to manifest, to walk on a certain path. And it could be that you don't have that you don't have specific tools or resources, but it could also be that it's your willpower that's really lacking. Your passion just is not there when it comes to this right now, Pisces. And that's okay. You know, it's okay to take the time to step back, to recharge, to regroup, to replan, and to come back later. Like, that's okay, Pisces. Don't be so hard on yourself this week. Allow yourself some grace. Allow yourself some mercy, Pisces. Like, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Now, if the timing just isn't right, if it's just not flowing, just because it's not working now doesn't mean it won't work later. So, Pisces, I do want you to have hope. And I do want you to believe in a positive outcome. I do see this just being a matter of alignment. So, Pisces, we're going to see what else Spirit has for you for this week. Okay, so do what you have to do this week, Pisces, to nurture yourself in the form of protecting your emotions. That is going to be your spiritual self-care for this week. This is going to be how you reignite your passions. The Knight of Rods right side up. So being that the Queen of Cups in reverse came out before it, she's telling me that, you know, the trigger here lies in when your cup is spilt out, when your emotions have been manipulated, when your emotions are out of control, when they are no longer in your control, especially when your happiness is no longer in your control, Pisces. That is when your cup spills, and that is when your cup pours out everywhere. And it's just really not good. That is what triggers, that's what drains you, and that's what takes all your energy and doesn't allow you to have any energy into your passion and into your drive that is moving you forward on your path of manifestation, on creating a whole new journey for yourself, Pisces. So for you, your key for this week is definitely going to be keeping your emotions, keeping your cup, keeping your energy, your intentions managed meticulously, and keeping them under your own personal control this week, Pisces. That's going to be really, really important to get your willpower back to where it should be, and to connect you to the resources you need to manifest. This is going to be so important for you this week, my dear Pisces babies. I am seeing, Pisces, the Temperance card is coming up, and she's coming up in reverse. Now, this can point to the fact that there might not be any healing going on, okay? There might be some serious shadow work that has to be done, Pisces. You know, there's healing that has to be done. The Temperance card in reverse, there's healing that has to be done. You're not going to have the right willpower, the right mentality, the right sense of self-discipline, the right sense of self-worth, the right sense of self-respect until this is healed, you know. And these emotional triggers really do take up your energy and really do take away from everything you're trying to do and everything you're trying to manifest, which is what you deserve. But there's things that have to be healed, and energy is still coming through as chaotic, even almost like maybe one day here, one day there, things going from one extreme to the other. And this stuff definitely has to be healed, definitely has to be worked on. You genuinely do deserve it, Pisces, and I do hope you work on that within yourself this week and you get it together. The Queen of Cups, you know, when the card is right side up, she's holding her cup, she's gazing into the cup lovingly. Nurture your emotions, nurture them, take care of yourself, acknowledge your emotions, always create room for your emotions. You have to release them, you have to let them free. This is how you work on your healing. Maybe the healing that's not being done is shadow work, and maybe you're not doing it because it's intense, because it's hard, because it's spiritual and emotional labor. And that's understandable. Be gentle with yourself. Take your time. But definitely get a start on it. It has to be done. This work has to be done. It will unlock the next level for you. And for you, the next level is going to be this new, this sense of new that you've been trying to manifest. And you so deserve it, Pisces. I get that feeling. I get the vibe that you genuinely do deserve it. You've been putting in that work, Pisces. You've been putting in that work. So it's definitely going to be time for you to take it seriously. Nurturing yourself, nurturing your emotional health, setting those boundaries to protect your mental peace and to protect your happiness. These are going to be vital. And it's going to be so crucial for you to work on this healing that has to be done, that can no longer be put off, like I was discussing, shadow work. This is a big, big vibe this week. Absolutely. Absolutely, Pisces. Try not to take on too much all at the same time this week, Pisces. The Two of Pentacles right side up. Don't take on too much this week. Don't multitask too much. And now might not be the right time to make a decision between two different extremes, okay? That's very, very much the vibe that the Two of Pentacles is giving you for this week, Pisces. Try not to take on too much, you know, multitasking too much, spreading yourself too thin, investing your energy into too many different places is not going to be beneficial for you this week. It is not going to be beneficial for you this week, Pisces. It will overexert you, and we want to keep you happy and chill as you deserve. So keep that message in mind, my loves. This week you might be very tempted to spread yourself too thin. Watch your time management. Watch that social calendar. Watch who you invest. Watch who and what you invest your time, money, and energy on this week, my dear Pisces babies. If this message resonates with you and you'd like to talk about what you want to heal, and what you want to manifest, definitely hit me up for a custom tarot reading so we can talk about that together and get you on the right path with your spiritual elevation, my dear Pisces babies, because you deserve to be happy and you deserve to manifest your goals. Ache. Wonderful, beautiful message for Pisces babies. Next up, we're going to be discussing Aries, my dear Aries babies. Ache, ache. So we have Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, now Aries. So Aries, we started things off on Instagram for Aries. This was your intro card for this week. It was the Death card, right side of Aries. Aries, something is coming to an end. There is a death. There is a death to, how you were living your life, or a certain aspect of it. Something is now said and done. Something is now over. Aries babies, the Death card is telling you to wholly embrace this new version of you, this new level, this new life, this new journey. The Death card is telling you to move forward, to proceed without any fear. Don't resist. This is right on time, Aries babies. The Death card is a major arcana card. So this is talking about the overall big picture. What you're supposed to be doing, what you're supposed to be learning, what you're supposed to be working on within this lifetime. This change for you, this major season of transformation, Aries, is right on schedule for you. This is what is supposed to be going down right now, Aries. So embrace it. Oh, embrace it. I do get a vibe that once you're able to truly do this, you will feel a weight being lifted off of you. This is going to be about transformation. This is going to be about growth. This is going to be about realizing that certain things just aren't a fit anymore. People, places, things, ideas, habits, just not the vibe no more. It's just not the vibe. And that's okay, Aries. Give yourself that room to grow. Give yourself that space to spread your wings, to expand your horizons, Aries. It is so time. It is so time. Maybe your resistance towards this is that you cannot exactly see what is coming. You can't really make out the next level, but trust that it is going to serve your best and highest good. This is a transformation. This is not a phase. This is not temporary, my dear Aries baby. So really embrace it. You might see something for what it really is. There might be some shadiness that will be exposed, some trickery afoot here. The Seven of Swords is coming up right side up. This has such an energy of mischief, such a vibe of trickery, of deceit. Watch out. Be very, very careful. Aries, you might be surrounded by someone who is not necessarily worth your trust, and it's going to push you real far out your comfort zone to change your perspective on that person or on that situation. But something or someone you thought was good for you and that had good intentions, not so much, Aries. Not so much. And I see you realizing that this week, and I see it being very uncomfortable for you, very, very uncomfortable, and it's okay. But it's time for this to happen now, Aries. This is literally all happening for you on divine timing, Aries. There's major lessons here for you. The Hierophant, the Hierophant comes up right side up for you this week, Aries. And the Hierophant is very, very much telling you the number 5, change and challenge is coming. Have faith that this will be in your best interest. Have faith that this will be for your best and highest good, my dear Aries babies. 5 is talking about, the 5 in Tarot is talking about change and challenge that is going to be beneficial and for your best and highest good, lessons that you need to learn, experiences that you have to go through. And what's interesting is that the Hierophant is telling you that as you're going through these experiences, these changes, to lean on the wisdom that you have. Almost like bow down to it. Bow down to the knowledge that and the previous lessons you've learned. That's going to be what gets you through this time. As muddy and as chaotic as it can seem, you're going through a time of change and challenge, and there might be different options that pop up as well. Hang in there. I am seeing victory for you overall. We're seeing a lot of red in these cards. But this transformation could definitely be a wild ride for you, my dear Aries baby. So do hang in there. The Hierophant is pointing to that, like, laws of the universe, laws of spirit, that sense of higher power, that sense of major higher power. I see you embarking, as the Death was saying, this whole idea of a new journey, a new version of you, my dear Aries babies. I see you like looking out onto a new journey. I see you analyzing, and kind of trying to decipher between different paths, so take your time as these opportunities come to you. Don't be in such a rush, but I am seeing major opportunities for you, Aries. I mean major. The 2 of Rods is holding the entire world in his hands. So there's major opportunities. There's so many major prospects for you in terms of expanding horizons and bigger and better and new things, new journey, new places. I'm seeing a lot of that vibe for you this week, Aries. I'm seeing this begin to unfold. I'm seeing good things in terms of your career. I'm seeing the Knight of Pentacles. I'm seeing you having the green light to do things to advance in your career, like asking for raises, making sure you're being paid the right amount. If you wanted to do something different, open up your own kind of thing, the universe is saying now would be a good time to plan. Maybe not a good time to execute, but a great time to plan. You need to understand all the options you have ahead of you so you can really make the right decision for yourself, Aries. So the universe wants you to know that, and the universe wants that to be very, very clear to you this week, my dear Aries babies. Ache. Again, with this sense of trickery and betrayal, tread very lightly with your social circle, Aries. It might be time for you to really reconsider, because I'm seeing a lot of betrayal. I'm seeing a lot of shady vibes there. Like a lot of shady vibes. A lot of shady vibes. The 5 and 7 of Swords. Not playing at all. Definitely some real choppy waters. This might even be warning you of a sense of humility. Someone kind of trying to step on your neck to get to the top. I'm seeing definitely people not having the same intentions as you, and a problem in your environment. If you were thinking that something was in the air, Aries, it definitely is. You're not going crazy, and it's time to move on. from that vibe, from that situation that's making you feel this sense of trickery, this sense of you don't know if you could trust them, person, place, thing, or environment. Yeah, it's going to be time to pack it up. This week is going to be showing you what's the tea with that. But it is, I'm getting the vibe that it is something serious and it really does need your attention. So protect yourself this week, Aries. It's going to be time to move on from whatever's giving you that shiesty vibe, that trickery, that you can't trust vibe. Trust your intuition. It's time for you to walk away from that, Aries. Once and for all, this week is going to make it very, very clear. Ooh, that tea was hot, Aries. Aries, that was intense. That was intense. Next up, we're going to be discussing Taurus, my dear Taurus babies. Ache, ache. Taurus, on IG, we discussed. Oh, Taurus, we kicked things off with the Judgment card in reverse. Now, the Judgment card is in reverse because, Taurus, you have been resisting a call, a major call from the universe to get it together. To get it together. Taurus, you have been resisting the pressure and the call from the universe to do what it's going to take to reach your highest level, your best version of yourself. You've been resisting making changes that you know the universe is telling you to change. Bad thought patterns, bad habits. You've been ignoring certain things that just have to be resolved, Taurus. You cannot continue to ignore all the signs. The work must be done with the end of this year, and you know what this is referring to. You've been ignoring that divine call that would change the big picture, that would change things for you overall, that could have a trickle-down effects in regard to the rest of your life. It's going to be very, very important for you to realize, Taurus, that the Two of Cups in reverse is showing up. I'm really not getting a good vibe about that for you. I'm really not. I'm really, really not. I am really not, Taurus. I'm seeing definitely a broken connection, maybe a breakdown. I am seeing a breakup or the vibe that no one really cares. So aside from the call that you're ignoring to change things in the big picture, this in regard to a love life or in regard to a certain friendship that's been kind of having you on the fence, this is what the Two of Cups is telling you. The Two of Cups in reverse is telling you that there's a broken connection. If this is a relationship, a friendship, or a marriage, Taurus, this is talking about a broken connection. This could be hinting to a possible breakup. This could be hinting to the fact that just no one cares in that connection anymore, in that relationship. It is dying, okay? Ooh, the tea for this week. The tea for this week, no matter what you think, Taurus, the universe is coming through with the Justice card, right side up, which is telling you that regardless of what you think, this is actually a fair outcome. What's going on right now, these different vibes, the different situations you're going through, Taurus, it's fair. All is fair in love and war. For some reason, this is really applying to your life right now. Taurus, what's going down right now is fair. The universe is deeming that this is fair for you right now in your life. This is also a major arcana card, Taurus. So everything that's shifting, everything that's changing, the relationships, the emotional connections, it's time. The universe is saying it's time for you to realize the calls that you've been ignoring, work that has to be done, things that must be let go of. And it's time for you to realize that what broken connections you're dealing with and still investing your time, energy into. but especially your emotions, your heart, that the universe is like, no, it's time for you to realize that it is fair, that you know the truth at this point, and even if you don't think that the circumstances are fair, the universe is deeming them fair, meaning that in the big picture, it will play out for your best and highest good, and it is what you need to be experiencing, although it might not feel that way. I am seeing you feel a great sense of reward, of relief. Ache, the Queen of Pentacles, right side up. Taurus, I'm seeing you in a little while, maybe in a few weeks, getting that emotional and spiritual coin, getting that lesson from all this, from all these experiences, from this turbulent time. I am seeing you feeling grounded. I am seeing you feeling rooted. I am seeing you have this greater understanding that's tied to your intuition, because your intuition has been telling you all along to trust it and to flow. I am seeing you have a moment, the the Queen of Pentacles. I am seeing you have that moment in which you feel regal, in which you feel on your throne, and you feel like you are being nurtured, and you feel like you are one with the universe, and you feel like everything is going just your way. I am seeing this feeling come for you, Taurus. Once you work through these things that are at hand, definitely this week, I'm telling you, stop ignoring that call, because it's only going to get louder, and definitely see where those broken connections are, and where your emotional energy no longer needs to be invested. Like, enough is enough, big time. Big, big, big time. The Star card shows up in reverse. Taurus, there's a bit of a problem in the sense that you cannot be open. Taurus, there's a blockage here. You're not being open. There's something deep within your programming that is not allowing you to be open. Could this be tied to childhood? Could this be tied to past traumatic events? Taurus, you're not being as open, as receiving to the universe and the new lessons and new alignments and new opportunities, new journeys as the universe would like you to be. The end of 2020 is going to feel very rough for you, Taurus, unless you can kind of work on this. Work on being open to all the changes and all the shifts. Work on being open to the universe knowing what is best for you. Taurus, this is deep for you. This is really, really deep. You're trying to protect yourself by being closed off. And this is like not even about something in particular. This is a general mentality. And this week, the universe wants you to truly work to break out of it. The universe wants you to be open. The universe needs you to be open, Taurus, because what your heart truly desires and what you're trying to manifest can only be yours if you are open and if you shift your mentalities around. That is the only way this stuff is going to manifest. This is deep for you. This goes into programming. Whether you consciously programmed yourself, Taurus, or the universe programmed you through your experiences, it's going to be time for you to really take that seriously and for you to seriously consider everything that's waiting for you on the other side of being open. Take some deep breaths, because you have to really take it seriously. Opening up your mind, opening up your heart, opening up your spirit. It's time for you to really work on these blockages, because I feel, Taurus, for you, it might not be coming from one concrete source. This might be a result that is an accumulation of previous experiences, of even perhaps previous lifetimes. You have the power to do the reprogramming, Taurus. You have the power to end the control over your minds. So take that message into consideration for this week, Taurus. Work on being open. You deserve to see that new life that the universe has for you once you are able to truly listen to the calls to change what has to be changed, and to really let go of connections that no longer serve you, and that are just like dead ends, you know? So Taurus, that was like pretty intense, and if you need help with that, definitely reach out for a custom reading and for spiritual guidance. Let's get through it, Ache. Next up, we're going to be discussing Gemini, my Gemini babies. Your intro for this week on IG, as we discussed, is going to be the Knight of Swords. And he's popping up right side up. So what's interesting about the Knight of Swords, Gemini, you know, if you see the figure's face, he's very much like full on like charging ahead. His face is like fueled with like fury. He's like amped up and just like just like ready to go, right? This dude is on his horse going full speed ahead, the way that you'd be going 100 miles an hour in a jag. So it's very, very much the universe telling you that now is going to be the time. Now is going to be the absolute time for you to charge forward and to do the work that has to be done to resolve those negative thought patterns or those patterns of conflict. Swords in Tarot is all about those thoughts and conflicts. Gemini, this card is telling you to charge forth, to go full speed ahead in resolving these conflicts, because you no longer deserve to be dealing with them. You just don't. Spirit, the universe is physically moving you and charging you, moving you in a different direction, removing you from this current vibe, from this energy, from this stage. Because you're done with it. You have outgrown it. There's like nothing left for you there, Gemini. Maybe you haven't made the conscious decision to move forward, Gemini. But the universe has already made that decision for you. That's why there's this energy of the universe like constantly pushing you and forcing you, even if you feel like you're not ready to move forward into your future, even if you feel like you're not ready to stop living in the past or living that past version of you. The universe is just pushing you onto that journey and just like, nope, charge forward, charge forward, charge forward. You're ready, even if you don't feel like it. And Gemini, you have what you need. Let's talk about... There's bathroom in my house. Let's talk about ego. Let's talk about confidence for a second. Get you some more, Gemini. Get you some more. The Knight is charging forward. He knows he has everything he needs. He has that big ass sword to protect himself. Like, you have a level of knowledge. Also the armor, the headpiece, that helmet, you have the knowledge that you need, and you have the sword, you have that force, you have that strength, Gemini, to propel you forward onto this journey. So please don't deny yourself the ability to move forward or to move past or to start a new day because you don't think you can, or you don't think you're strong enough, or you don't think it's the right time. this is such a major vibe, and this is really shattering all that energy. So I do want you to take that message into consideration for this week, my dear Gemini babies. Incorporating this is gonna help you get this, which is what you want, Gemini. This is the Six of Cups right side up, and this very much has this beautiful energy, this beautiful vibe, reflecting balance, reflecting harmony, stability, especially pertaining to the divine feminine, nurturing, emotional side versus the divine masculine, prideful, protective, defensive of boundaries, you know, amazing. This, you need more of this balance. You need more of this balance. This is why the universe has you on that path and is making you feel like you have to just charge forth and charge forward. Big time. Big time. The Six of Cups, you deserve it. You need, you want it, you deserve it. This is what the universe is trying to bring you towards. Working with that energy versus against it will bring you more of a sense of harmony and balance, my dear Gemini babies. And you deserve it. You deserve it. It's been too long. It's been too long since you've really felt that. This might come with you having to create serious conflict in terms of ending a relationship. The Ace of Rods in reverse. This could be really tough. Gemini, you might not want to ruffle any feathers, but this decision to end a certain relationship or friendship or situationship or marriage could be ruffling a whole flock. And that could be a real tough decision to make. But unfortunately, the Ace of Rods in reverse, all I'm hearing in my head is Boys to Men, end of the road. There's a relationship that's ended, that's dead, that's said and done, that like a closed book. And it could be a real hard decision to make, to really say it out loud and to have that discussion with the person. But it just has to be done. This is over. This is OVER, in a casket, dead and buried. This relationship is over. Understand that sometimes the ball is in your court and you can end things. Or it can go the other way around. You know, don't relinquish your power. Go forth, take charge like the Knight is doing. You have what you need. Don't lose your sense of power and your sense of control, because you deserve to manifest this balance, my loves, my beautiful, beautiful Gemini babies. It's almost like be careful what you wish for. There's definitely an element for you this week, Gemini, that has that vibe, that energy of be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. You know, you always said you wanted to do things completely different. You wanted a new life. You wanted to be with someone completely different. You wanted to do completely new things. And now the universe is really pushing you on that journey and really like, okay, well, but this is spiritual elevation. This is that journey. This is that awakening. Like, this is really what it comes down to. It's like, well, you said this was what you wanted. Like, like this could be, this week could be a moment like that for you. You know, Gemini, could be a bit of a slice of humble pie there. So be gentle with yourself, Gemini. Don't be harsh. Be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself grace and mercy. You're not the only one to be going through a rough time right now, especially with Mercury being in retrograde and all these miscommunication issues. This could be the straw that breaks the camel's back with you and that certain kind of relationship, friendship. But overall, I see this being an opportunity for major healing, and you deserve to heal. Gemini. It's time for you to heal. The knight is on that horse moving forward, putting the past in the past so it can really heal. So overall, it's going to be a tough, cloudy journey, but this is the beginning. I'm sorry, your healing overall is going to be tough and cloudy, and it's going to have its rough patches, but it will also have its sun showers and its moment of pure sunlight and happiness. And you deserve to feel that. You really, really do. You really, 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 really do, Gemini. So understand that this, although it's uncomfortable, this major ending and these major shifts and feeling like the universe is pushing you and forcing you forward, it is to create balance, stability, harmony, and to give you the healing that you so deserve, Gemini. Have faith in that message this week, Gemini. Be gentle with yourselves, Gemini. I love you. You so deserve the healing. You so deserve that sense of balance and stability, Ache. That was Gemini. Next up, we're going to be discussing the beautiful Cancer babies, my lovely Cancers, Ache. So, Cancer babies, we started off on IG. We kicked things off for you guys, Cancer, with the Queen of Rods. Now, the Queen of Rods on her throne, Cancer, and I think I mentioned on IG about the need for you to really nurture yourself and ground yourself this week, my dear Cancer babies. The Queen is on her throne, Cancer. She knows her value, she knows her worth, and she feels like one with the universe, and she feels like she's right where she needs to be, doing what she needs to be, surrounded by, ironically, not many people there. No, like definitely a solitude, definitely a vibe of solitude, of solitariness, and really enjoying that, really being one with that, and enjoying the throne. Now understand, a throne is earned, a throne is given or earned. So what's the case? Did you just newly take the throne, and are you learning to embrace your divine feminine and taking care of yourself? Or have you always been there, and this is merely a reminder for you to reestablish yourself there and to ground yourself there in that place? Major vibe for you this week, Cancer, to really enjoy that, to really be solidified in that, to really nurture yourself. Like the flower, this is how you blossom, this is how you will grow. You have such an ability, Cancer, to manifest. Look at that beautiful flower, and to transform, okay? There's such a beautiful vibe to that, yo. So definitely give yourself a bit of credit there, my dear Cancer babies. You deserve to rest. You deserve to maintain yourself on that throne. This is not a matter of waiting for anyone to give you a certain, permission or authority. This is really about you really solidifying in the fact that that's you, that's all you, that it's all you. So definite vibe for you this week, Cancer. There's certain things you want to know, or there's certain pieces of wisdom that you want access to. Maybe along the lines of life lessons, overall big picture, growing older, things of that nature. Cancer, there's knowledge. Look, I know you're smart, Cancer. I know you have brains. I know you have so much knowledge. I know you know how to do research, but there's certain knowledge that you're going to need to go outside of yourself for. There's certain pearls of wisdom that are going to be within community and within elders and not within. You might be searching within you for answers that you're simply just not going to find there. So I will tell you to be a bit more open in that respect, although it might mean facing conflicts with your ego, realizing that some answers lie outside of you and will never lie within you, can give you some anxiety, Cancer. It can, and it can really put you in a position where you feel forced to face your reservations about this. There's a serious conflict there, Cancer, between you and going outside, going externally for certain answers. And Cancer, the universe this week is telling you it's going to be time for you to face that and deal with that. Although it could be a bit cloudy, your ego's getting in the way of you, yeah. The Page of Rods in reverse, your ego's getting in the way of you being able to have those positive announcements and feeling a certain positive passion that you might not be used to feeling, just point blank. Like, I see this being a rewarding experience for you this week, Cancer. I see this bringing you a sense of abundance and an overall sense of community. Ache. I understand. I get that vibe entirely. Cancers, my dear Cancer babies, I get that vibe completely about wanting to have all the answers, wanting to be smart enough, wanting to know all the books so you can have all the answers within. But for you, there really is the Hermit card in reverse, Cancer, which is telling you that certain pearls of wisdom you are going to need to go outside of yourself for. Trust that there is a certain level of community that you have established. Trust that you surrounded yourself with a certain good vibe, a certain good community, a certain juju that will uplift you and bring you up. You kind of have to check your ego there, because this was the King of Swords that came up right side up. You might have to check that ego, face that ego, confront that ego, to really realize that some answers are going to be outside of you, and that it's perfectly fine to go outwards just as much as it's perfectly fine to go inwards. I see this being rewarding for you. I see you, but so rewarding. The 10 of Pentacles right set up. I see this feeling of abundance and happiness being overwhelming for you. I see this spiritual lesson being winner, ding, ding, ding. I see this being so beneficial for you. I see this lesson being an investment in things going better for you and things going smoother for you, because this sense of community will bring you support that you so genuinely need, my dear Cancer babies. And it's interesting because I feel like you know this, deep down inside, Cancer, one way or another. I feel like you know this. I feel like deep down inside, you know this, Cancer. You know that you're not going to have the answers to everything. You know that sooner or later you're going to have to go outside of yourselves, but you've been resisting that so much. And this is very much you want to be Superwoman or you want to be Superman. You want to be so independent and so self-reliant. You just want to do it all by yourself. And it's very much something's got to give. And right now, this is about the knowledge. This is about those wisdoms. This is about that whole ideology about wisdom of pearls. No, pearls of wisdom. There we go. This is very much what it comes down to for you. It's going to be that knowledge. You are going to have to step outside of yourself. And deep down inside, the High Priestess in reverse, your intuition has been hinting to this, has been telling you this, or maybe just plain old screaming it. You have to know this. Your intuition has been telling you, you're not going to know everything. You're going to have to go outside of yourself when it comes to something. you know, and you've been really resisting that, really pushing that, Cancer. And she's like, nah, like, you better get it together and listen to me. You know that's going to be the key to you feeling this, to you getting the Ten of Pentacles, that wonderful sense of abundance and overflowing happiness. And, oh, yes, that good vibe, that good energy. Oh, you know, your intuition has been, like, telling you. You know, Cancer. You know. You definitely know, Cancer. You know, if you need help, you know, regrounding yourself, if you need help facing the conflicts of your ego, if you need help going outside of yourself for help, I would definitely say reaching out for a custom tarot reading would be a great place to start, so we can get you where you want to be, or at least on the right path. Ache. That was a pretty deep, intense message this week for my dear Cancer babies. Ache. Next up, we are going to be discussing Leo, my dear Leo babies. So Leo, on IG, we started things off. Your intro card was the King of Cups, right side up. So okay, so Leo, we talked about how this week is gonna be super, like, oh my gosh, like super, super, super important, Leo, for you to keep yourself on your throne. This is gonna be about you tapping in to that divine masculine, Leo. This is gonna be about you using that divine masculine. This week is going to be the week that you're putting in that work, that spiritual, emotional labor of tapping into your divine masculine and having it work in your favor, Leo. The king is on his throne with his big cup. Now, in tarot, cups is about love, relationships, happiness, the vibe, the feelings, the emotions. The king is chilling. He's on his throne. He has his crown on. He knows he's the king. He got his crown. Like, he knows. He knows he's crowned. Remember that. He got his cup. He knows his cup is full. He knows his cup don't need no more. And he knows his cup don't need no less. That's why he's not pouring it out. Okay. Ground yourself in the fact that you're crowned, Leo. Ground yourself in the fact that you're too royal to be dealing with things that make you feel like you are unworthy, that make you feel chaotic, that make you feel like your emotions are being just poured out and spilled out everywhere. You deserve more than to feel depleted. You deserve more than to feel drained, Leo. Leo, very important message for you this week, to keep yourself on your throne. Don't be tempted to lower yourself, to lower frequencies or lower vibes just to prove a point. You're just spilling your cup. You're pouring out your energy, your emotions on people, places, things, environments that just aren't fucking worth it. Stay on your throne. Stay on your throne. This week is not going to be the week for you to be entertaining bullshit for the sake of what? You're bored, you have a kind heart, you're feeling generous with your time, like el okay. This week is not gonna be the week to entertain those lower frequencies, not at all. Keep yourself on your throne this week, Leo. It's not about you being selfish, it's about you setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential to mental peace, mental health, and of course your overall happiness. So don't feel guilty about doing what you have to do for self-preservation, because that is key for survival. Again, stay on your throne this week. Stay on your throne this week, Leo. I see this bringing you a sense of celebration. You know, you really picking and choosing where to invest your time, energy, intentions. I see this manifesting and culminating in you feeling the sense, you feeling joy and feeling the desire to celebrate that milestone. And also seeing who is worthy of being in the picture to celebrate with you. Look at what happens when you stay on your throne, okay? Things might become a bit clearer in regard to your circle and who is around you, Leo. This is very much as the benefit that I'm seeing. A beautiful benefit at that. Now, what's interesting for you, Leo, I'm seeing a new journey. I'm seeing a new journey in which the next path or the overall journey may not be so clear, but nonetheless, the opportunity is opening up for you to do something new. This is a bit of a jump out the window kind of moment. You're not really too sure where you're going to land, Leo, but the universe is showing you that this opportunity, this new direction, although it might feel like it's come out of nowhere, it is going to be beneficial for you. This is the universe redirecting you and opening up things for you, my dear Leo babies. You might not be able to see what's ahead, but trust in this redirection with all your spirit, with all your soul. I mean, two rods cards, 2 wands straight. I'm seeing this being good. I'm seeing this definitely be good. Now is going to be the time. Now is definitely going to be the time to really work on, if you wanted to do something completely different, if you wanted to take a new direction, if you wanted to make major changes to your life overall big picture, now is going to be the time. The Lover's card right side up, my dear Leo babies. It's a go. It's a go. If you wanted to make a major change, but you're not sure what was going to be the right first step, now is going to be the time to kind of plan things out and do the research necessary. Really take the time to have some foresight and to try to establish seeing things in advance. Now's going to be the time. The Lover's card right side up. For those of you who are in a relationship, the Lover's card, Leo, is pointing to something great, you know, and to things being good there. If you are single, the Lover's card could be pointing to, if you had a prospective someone in mind. What's interesting for some Leos is that it's showing up that this could be something very good and the blossoming of something genuine. On the other hand, I am seeing the 10 of Cups in reverse. So for some of you Leos, this could mean a relationship is falling apart. And for some of you, it could just simply mean that you're not able to see the good around you. Who needs a dose of gratitude? Listen, we're living through a pandemic. We're going through some deep shit in terms of shadow work and personal evolutions. So Leo, it can be normal to be out of touch with what's good and what's nice, you know, and the sunshine in life. And that's okay. Not every day is going to feel like rainbows and butterflies. But the universe has given you specific blessings, and the universe has protected you on certain occasions. And the universe just wants you to put a little bit of respect on their names, because it's a bad day, not a bad life, Leo babies. For those of you who aren't really seeing the good in things right now, you know, for those of you who are embarking on a new love journey, wonderful. For those of you that it's falling apart, wonderful, because as rough as it sounds, it's what you need. The universe is giving you a brand new journey, and you might not be able to see the complete details that are up ahead. So root yourself in the divine masculine this week, my dear Leo babies. Don't fuck with anything that's going to be lower frequencies, you know, and prepare for these major changes, Leo. This is going to be deep. This is going to be deep. I feel like Leos this summer and this fall, you guys really went through some transformations with your perspectives and with your views, and that's been really preparing you for the shifts that are taking place now. So Leo, hang in there, you know, and if you want support and if you want a custom reading, some spiritual coaching, definitely reach out. I got you. Because it can feel intense. It can definitely feel intense. And I'm with you there, because it's been feeling hella intense for me too, Leo babies. Root yourself in the divine masculine this week. You don't deserve to be dealing with lower frequencies. Stay focused. Stay happy. You deserve it, Leo. Like, period. So next up, we are going to be discussing the beautiful Virgos. Virgo babies. Ache, ache. Libra babies, on IG, we started y'all off. Virgo babies, Virgo, we started y'all off on IG with the 5 of Cups in reverse. And this is actually a good start, even though the card can look a bit somber, all right? Understand it is in reverse, so that energy is reversed. Virgo babies, the 5 of Cups in reverse is very, very much about you finally seeing the silver lining of a situation. Maybe you're finally coming out of a dark place. Maybe you're almost done with healing through a past experience, past trauma, or a past relationship. And you're really realizing the silver lining, as in option 1, the lessons you learned from that experience. Option 2, the fact that that experience is now in the past and behind you. Or option 3, the realization that you're much better because it happened. Which can be tough. Virgo. Listen. You deserve this silver lining, okay? You deserve to extract some sort of, some molecule of possibility. Some molecule of possibility that there's positivity there. That there was positivity to that experience or to your evolution because of it, okay? Virgo, I feel like this silver lining is going to be loud and clear to you. I really, really do. I feel like this silver lining is going to be very obvious for you to see, Virgo. And you deserve it. You really, really do deserve it. Don't think that you're being selfish by celebrating the little things. Don't think you're being selfish for celebrating your happiness and the fact that you feel like you're living in a new day. Because of Corona, it's almost like the whole world has been like reliving the same day. Like, especially for those of us who are still in lockdown, it almost feels like the same day playing over and over again. You know, so Virgo, don't feel guilty about the fact that after feeling stagnant, after feeling stuck, after going through a tough, long journey, you're starting to see some light, and you're starting to feel like you're on the other side of that. And you're starting to feel like maybe you're starting to experience the light at the end of the tunnel. Not just see it, but experiencing the light, feeling the sun on your skin is completely different from feeling the flashlight, okay? Authenticity. Virgo, I really feel for you. This silver lining is going to be authentic. and it's going to be obvious. And you deserve it. You really, really do deserve it. Like, with the Five of Cups, 3 cups have spilled, but 2 cups remain. This is very much you getting to the point in that journey, in that conflict, in your life, that you're seeing that. You're seeing what cups remain. It's very much you're coming out of this moment, the Tower in reverse. So for Virgos, some of you are really feeling like you're coming out of the rubble. You're coming out of this major tower in your life that was constructed, that has now been torn down, whether it be by your own personal choice, whether it be by circumstance, or by sacrifice. Virgo, you're coming out of this. You're now rebuilding. And you could feel like you've lost so much. Because the Tower card right set up takes everything. Takes everything. Maybe you feel like you lost the grace you had towards yourself. Maybe you feel like you lost an element of your self-worth, some self-love, some self-respect. But you are rebuilding. There is still something there for you to work with, okay? There's still the foundation. And this is such a big part of that silver lining that I see for you. You know, try your best to understand that it's time. It's time for you to see and realize this silver lining. I hope you know that. It's really time for you to rebuild. You've done enough mourning, Virgo. I want to make that very clear. You've done enough paying respects to the past. It's time for you to really rebuild. There is a way out, even if you might not see it. You don't deserve to be stuck any longer, Virgo. Take that message to heart. You don't deserve to feel stuck. This is really going to be the season for you to rebuild. And maybe you don't know where to start, Virgo, when it comes to rebuilding. Maybe you don't know what to do first. But Virgo, it's okay to take time to plan. You don't have to always make moves. You don't always just have to, like, keep it pushing and, like, you know, push through. You're allowed to take breaks, Virgo. And you're allowed to really plan shit out before you move forward. I feel like I get the vibe that you feel like you got to be quick on your toes, or like you got to keep moving. You got to be productive. Like, who, baby, slow down. We living through a pandemic, baby boo. Who, Virgo, slow it down. Slow it all the way down. You're still trying to go. You're like, well, I usually go 120 miles an hour, but I'm going through a little something right now, so I slowed down a bit to give myself some credit. Like, I'm going at 80 miles an hour. Like, but I should be going at 120 like everyone else. And the universe is like, how about you bring it down to 30 miles an hour? Like, how about that? How about that? There's some serious, like, ooh, Virgo. Now this stagnant, stuck feeling has you feeling so aggy. Like, you feel like there's not a way out. Something is still stagnant and stuck, even though you're trying to go 100 miles an hour. And the reason you're still having that vibe is because healing must be done. There's something you're not making much effort to rebuild. Maybe you don't think there's a silver lining when it comes to something. And the universe is like, hello, good morning, happy Witchy Wednesday. Yes, there is, Virgo. Yes, there is. There is a silver lining. Maybe you don't see a way out, but there is. This is your season of rebuilding. It is possible. There are still 2 cups there that remain from that, from the past circumstance, from the past situation. Maybe you're a little defensive. Maybe you're a bit wounded, but that's okay, Virgo. That is okay. You are allowed to feel this way. Give yourself that permission. You are allowed to feel this way. You are allowed to hold space for these emotions, Virgo. That's the only way you're going to be able to work through them. If you really want to manifest what you want, you cannot give up, Virgo. You can't just say, like, you can't just throw it away because you don't see the solution right away. Okay, this is kind of like a Rubik's Cube. You're kind of having a Rubik's Cube moment spiritually. You can do it, you know. Defend your beliefs, defend the fact that you believe in yourself. Defend your dreams, defend the life that you're trying to manifest, Virgo, because you do deserve it. You really, really do. Push forward. Even though you have that wound, whether it be on your mind or on your heart, Virgo, you have what you need to push forward. You're a soldier. Like, keep it pushing. You got this. You're a warrior. Channel that warrior spirit, Virgo. You got this. You got this, Virgo. I want you to know that you got this. This is your season of rebuilding. There is still potential that's there, my loves. I love y'all, Virgo, so much. Like, work through that healing. Work through that healing. You're not going to get past this issue in its entirety. That's where the stagnant is. You're trying to, like, bypass. You're trying to take the shoulder on the highway, and it's, like, not happening. Spirit is like, nah, like, take the lane. Take the lane. Period. Period. Virgo, that was intense. If you need help getting through this, definitely reach out for a custom tarot reading. Next up, we're going to be discussing Libra. Libra, my beautiful Libra babies. Libra. Libra, on IG, we kick things off for you. We started things for Libra. The intro card for Libra for this week, the Chariot in reverse. So, Libra, this Chariot in reverse is very, very much about this stagnant energy. This vibe is just not moving forward. Something there is just not moving forward. There's a real lack of progress. There's a real lack in mobility. And that's like the biggest thing that Spirit wants to highlight for you this week, my dear Libra babies. What's interesting about the Chariot in reverse? Oh, my lovely One Piece, what's up? The Chariot in reverse can very, very much be about imbalance. Very, very much about a sense of imbalance. A sense of like a total like lack of control. Things are just not going on the path that you wanted them to, at the speed that you wanted them to, etc., etc. You might have to realize that there's bigger things at play, Libra. There's other circumstances, there's other variables that cannot be controlled. At least not by you, Libra. You're gonna have to really let go of that need for control right now, Libra. There's something bigger at play that might change your plans completely. So let go of that need for control, Libra. You are being seriously redirected. Seriously redirected, Libra. I will say it's major. It's a big deal. It is a major arcana card, which is about the overall big picture. What you should be doing, lessons you should be learning. I'm seeing for you, Libra, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, a negative announcement when it comes to your work situation, when it comes to career-wise. Definitely a bump in the road here. Definitely some bad news here in regard to your work life, your career situation. So create your plans as necessary. What's interesting is that right after it, I'm actually getting the World card, which is very, very much about, hey, shit's changing. You know, the World card is a very beautiful card. Nonetheless, you know, there's a beautiful wreath, which actually is a symbol for victory. So, Libra, even especially with the whole work thing, this week, if you're feeling very, very thrown off and very off base to where you want to be, where you thought you would be, where you were planning on being at this time in your life, the universe wants you to have faith. The universe wants you to realize that you will still be victorious with these changes that are going on. In the overall big picture, Libra, you're going to be just fine. You're going to be more than fine. You're going to be thriving, Libra. So, yes, the universe is telling you relinquish some of that control because there's no use in you driving yourself crazy over it. The World card is telling you that there is victory that is going to come, but you need to be open, Libra. Libra, you need to be open, okay? Create room in your life for the blessings that you really want, okay? Like if you want your dream partner, you can't stay entertaining people that are lower frequencies, that make you feel less than, that are just alright. Like, that's not, no. Law of attraction, baby, law of attraction. You have to be open, Libra. Your life is at a very crucial moment. You are at a crossroads, Libra. Things are changing in major ways. Be open. Work on flowing. For those of you who don't take too easily to it, I do feel so much, such a new vibe, such a new energy for you. Such a new vibe, such a new energy for you. I'm seeing so much change for you. The very next card is the Devil card in reverse, Libra. I am seeing so much change for you. I'm hopefully seeing you being liberated and you feeling so free. So free. Just so free. A freedom that you've only dreamt of. A freedom that you've never experienced before. This overall 6 months big picture, you're going to realize how liberating this was for you, Libra. Although it feels like an L with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, I really am seeing this be overall victorious even after you have this moment that you feel like you're taking an L. In the overall big picture 6 months, I see you realizing how you were being liberated. And I see you realizing how you won overall. Very, very important message for you this week, Libra. So important. So, so, so important. This is leading up to you having a whole new beginning, Libra. A whole new life. A whole new feeling of harvest. A whole new feeling of abundance, of surplus, of a bountiful harvest. Traditional tarot will interpret this card as a new life, literally motherhood. Or would this be a new journey of you, a new life for you? How will this manifest for you? I'm so curious to see the big picture 6 months for you, Libra. 6, 9 months, a year from now. This is leading you up. All this fuckery now is leading up to this moment for you, where you are the Empress with this bountiful harvest, divinely aligned with the stars for that moment to happen. Huge victory with this card as well. Huge omen for victory. You are being set up for a glorious victory, Libra. Your story will be a testament, a testament, a testament to spirit, a testament to how wonderful and how beautiful change can be, a testament to how transformations and new life will come right on time. Libra, this is going to be so emotional for you a year from today when you look back and see this big picture. I am so overwhelmed with joy. And I am so excited for you to feel this energy that's coming through to me from spirit right now. Be open. Be open. Do not be short-sighted. There's a big picture and there's a very big victory coming for you. My dear Libra babies. Ache, I love you. Wow, okay. So next up we are going to be getting into Scorpio after I fix my face. So Scorpio, your intro card for this week is the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Libra got a little intense there. Scorpio, we started you off. Your intro for this week is the Wheel of Fortune and it is in reverse. So we did discuss, Scorpio, that this week could be, maybe you're going to be serving some consequences this week, okay? There's definitely an element of bad karma. There's definitely an element of a karmic cycle that needs to be repeated, of lessons that you did not learn in the past. And the universe is bringing into your life front and center this week because it wants you to get it all the way together, Scorpio. All the way together. Scorpio, when that Wheel of Fortune goes in reverse, oh hunty, oh hunty. So Wheel of Fortune, seasons are changing, things are moving forward. That wheel continuously turning. It's like the clocks of time. It's like the hands on the clocks of time. They just move. They just move, Scorpio. The Wheel of Fortune is just moving. And for you, unfortunately, Scorpio, this week could be some consequences. Could be repeating some karmic cycles, some lessons that you did not learn in the past that the universe is trying to get you to learn now. Because it's time. This is a major arcana card, right? It's time. It is just written in the stars. It is divine timing, Scorpio, for you to get this all the way together. Now the universe does not want to have to bring it to your attention later on. These lessons that you need to learn, this information that the universe is like smacking into you this week, Scorpio, is for your best and highest good. You need this information for the next level of your life, for the next stage of your elevation, for what you are trying to manifest, Scorpio. So have faith, trust in spirit, and in what is going to go down for you this week to give you a bit more clarity. Okay. To give you a bit more clarity, Scorpio, I'm definitely seeing here that there's some repair needed, all right? Where, Scorpio, what's going on? There's some repair that has you fucked up, Scorpio. You fucked up. You half-assed something in the past. You didn't put in enough effort. You didn't plan something correctly. You did not invest your time, energy, or money correctly. And you'll be seeing things hit the fan this week. Understand, spirit does want what's best for you. This is a lesson, not a punishment. And this is meant to highlight habits. This is meant to show you a pattern. The universe is trying to destroy this once and for all, so you do not make the same mistake. Scorpio babies. I am seeing for you, Scorpio, a positive announcement this week. A positive announcement that could affect the overall big picture and your life overall. Soleil, the sun card right side up, a very beautiful, happy announcement. Quite literally could also mean baby. So, like a literal one. So, with that being said, something in the air, quarantine babies. I am still seeing a happy announcement for you this week, my dear Scorpio babies. And definitely on a side note, it is not going to be the week to start conflicts. The Ace of Rods in reverse. It's not going to be the week to pop off with nobody. It's not going to be the week to be confrontational or to begin conflicts. It's not going to be the vibe. Remember, Scorpio, Mercury is in retrograde. We're prone to communications, right? To miscommunications and misunderstandings as it is, okay? So don't push it. The Ace of Swords in reverse is telling you, no. Do not do it this week. Do not. Don't start that conflict. Don't have that conversation. Don't send that text talking about we have to talk. No. Wait. It's not going to go down well. Word to the wise. Scorpio, word to the wise. The Hanged Man right side up. Oh, you're going to be feeling the effects of the growing pains this week, Scorpio. The Hanged Man. The universe has you going through some growing pains, Scorpio. The universe has you going through the literal birth canal, okay? Scorpio, this week you're going to be feeling the pressure. You're going to be feeling uncomfortable because the universe is trying to birth a new version of you. This is why. They're trying to break those old patterns. They're trying to work on you from the inside out, trying to birth a new version of you, and it can be uncomfortable. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to let go. Sometimes it's uncomfortable to embrace the new. Sometimes it's just uncomfortable to transition and to feel like you're in the middle of two different lives, two different experiences, two different versions of you, two different places, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Can be hard to go through that transitional phase and that birth canal, for a better lack of words. But you can do it, Scorpio. I'm here to tell you you can. Embrace the fact that the universe is molding you to be the best version of you and hopefully to get you closer to everything that you've been trying to manifest, my dear Scorpio babies. Have faith in this. The Hanged Man right side up. These growing pains are inevitable, but they are for your best and highest good. This is also another major arcana card, and you got, oh my God, Scorpio, play the 3 in the lotto. You got the 3 of Pentacles as well as you got the 3 of Pentacles, and you got 3 major arcana cards. The Hanged Man, Soleil, which is the Sun card, and the Wheel of Fortune. You got 3 major arcana cards, Scorpio. So there's kind of no avoiding the fact that this week, destined in the stars for you to be going through major life changes that are going to affect the overall big picture. And this is about you elevating into the next chapter of your life, into the next version of you. You're going to really feel those effects this week. This is major arcana. Your life is shifting. The big picture is shifting, is moving forward. Your life is progressing. And this is how it feels for you right now. Hella uncomfortable. And Scorpio, that's okay. That's okay. Reach out, do what you can to make yourself feel supported. Support system, your friends, your family. As you go through these major changes, enjoy that positive, happy announcement this week, the Soleil card, Ache. Definitely that new beginning, that wonderful, beautiful new beginning that's coming your way, Scorpio. Definitely enjoy that. Ache, ache. And definitely look as to where you could have put in more work and where you half-assed, so you don't make that same mistake twice. Because the universe is saying that that has to go, Scorpio. Ache. These growing pains are truly meant to serve you and to teach you that lesson that you so need to learn right now. The universe needs you to get it together, Scorpio. If this message resonates with you and you'd like some spiritual coaching, some guidance on what to do next, and on how to get through this transition period, definitely be sure to DM me. Get in touch with me for a custom tarot reading, my dear Scorpio babies. Next up, we're going to be getting into... Oh, what else did I want to say for Scorpio? Hold up. Scorpio, yes, reach out, if that resonated with you, if you need help with this transition, especially if you just don't get it, and especially if it's painful for you, if it's weighing on you, definitely reach out for a reading so we can get some spiritual coaching and some clarity for you, so this can be an easier transition for you. I don't see this transition lightening up for you. I see this playing out within the rest of the year, Scorpio. So if you're uncomfortable now, would definitely be a good time to figure out how we can get you more comfortable for the transition, whether it be via feeling supported or whether it be gaining clarity and some spiritual coaching with me. So with that being said, certainly last but certainly not least, the beautiful, the fabulous, the illustrious Sagittarius babies. So we discussed, oh yes, we discussed on IG, my beautiful babies, my Sagittarius, your intro card for this week, the Four of Cups right side up. And I told y'all, if you had a certain specific someone in mind, they're just not into you, okay? They're just not into you. If you had a specific situationship, love interest in mind, my dear Sagittarius babies, this week, they're just not into you. Point blank, period. Sag. This card also has a bit of a vibe that you don't want to admit that you were wrong about something. Maybe you knew this was a poor match, or maybe this is about something else. Sometimes you have to uncross your arms. Maybe you have to talk to yourself more about being open, being accepting, going with the flow. That can be hard, Sag. That can be emotional and spiritual labor too. That's okay. If it's intense, if it's heavy for you, be gentle. Have mercy on yourself. No one is perfect, Sagittarius. No one is perfect, so please take some of that weight off of your own shoulders, my dear Sagittarius babies. Certain things are just not clicking, and it might just be time to just walk away completely, to recognize how you fucked up, or how it just wasn't the right vibe, and saying this is just not clicking. I got to go. You might just have to uncross your arms and be able to say that you were wrong, or that certain things are wrong for you. Either way, something is definitely going to be a no-go. Sag, if you were thinking of that relationship, that's just not a love match, this, the Eight of Rods in reverse, Wands in reverse, is telling you it is a no-go. If you were thinking of that situationship turning into a relationship, it's a no-go. If you were thinking of traveling anytime soon, it's a no-go. If you were thinking of making a major life transition, it's a no-go this week, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, there might be someone else in the picture. Two's a couple, three's a crowd. The Three of Cups right side up. This is not good about whoever you had in mind at all. They might have their intentions pointed towards someone else, okay? It's just such an icky vibe there. It's time for you to free yourself. Freedom at last. The Eight of Swords in reverse. Sagittarius, there's so much you need to free yourself from. Why do I feel like this love connection, this situationship is just the tip of the iceberg, my dear Sagittarius babies. The Eight of Swords in reverse. It is time to free yourself. Point blank, period. You've kept yourself like in a certain perspective, in a certain mentality for so long. Maybe certain bad habits, maybe certain horrible, toxic, bad thought patterns. And the universe is saying now, right now, do not pass goal, do not collect $200. Now is going to be the time for you to work this out, okay? You have to free yourself once and for all. There's a few things going on that do not serve you, and for some reason I feel like this connection is just the tip of the iceberg. Again, I don't know who the hell needs to hear it. Don't travel. Don't travel. Don't make any major purchases right now. Don't sign any major contracts right now. It's going to be a no. Do not physically move from one place to another this week, Sag. It's a hell no. You got the Eight of Rods and you got the Eight of Cups. It's a hell no. I don't know which one of y'all is really trying to push your luck, all right? Mercury is in retrograde. Don't try it. Don't try it. I got the same meaning with two cards. Don't. It's not going to be the time, Sag. It's not going to be the time. Stay more where you are. Focus on planning. Focus more on that angle, my loves, my lovely, beautiful Sagittarius babies. Free yourself. Free yourself. Like physically stay in one place, you know, but like mentally, spiritually, free yourself. The Eight of Swords. It is time. It is time. The Emperor comes up for y'all, which is always a nice doozy of a card. The Emperor talks about the authority of law, right side up. Ooh. All right, so some good news to brighten your day, my dear Sagittarius babies. The Emperor has a wreath on his head. The green, that's a wreath on his head. Roman symbol for victory, darlings. So, Sag, I do see some victory ahead for you. So, have some faith. Authority of law. You are dealing with power and control on a large scale. Is it authority figures? Is it paternal figures in your family? Or is it just the patriarchy as a whole? You're definitely coming to a head with this week, big time. And this is what is going to have you physically staying in your place, not traveling, not signing major contracts this week. Don't fucking do it, okay? Okay, this is law of spirit, laws of authority, laws of power that you are coming into contact with. I am telling you that this is going to be more about playing to the rules versus being a rebel. The Emperor is telling you that's going to be the vibe. When it comes to authority, when it comes to power structures, bureaucracy as a whole, the patriarchy, my dear Sagittarius babies, the Emperor this week is telling you that your victory lies in one of my favorite expressions of all time. You catch more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. Big vibes for you this week, my dear Sagittarius babies. Free yourselves. Like, there's such a toxic mentality, thought patterns, behavioral patterns, Sagittarius, that it's just like Beyonce's to the left, Irreplaceable's playing in my head. It's gonna be time. It is gonna be time. But big time, like it's been like long overdue, Sagittarius, long overdue. I will say this for you, the Moon card in reverse jumps out for y'all, my lovely, beautiful Sagittarius babies. And the Moon card in reverse is telling you to proceed with confidence. Work through getting over your fears of the unknown. Proceed with confidence. The universe has your back. There is good karma that will be coming your way from the past actions, past decisions that you have made, my love, Sagittarius, the Moon card in reverse Clarity at last. Clarity at last. Have faith. Have faith. Proceed with confidence. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. It is gonna be okay. Proceed with confidence, Sagittarius. I could feel your vibe is hella uneasy. 2021 is gonna be much better for you on a personal level, Sagittarius. The end of 2020 is coming with a bit of chaos. A lot of crash landings, a lot of surprise endings, and this is a lot of what you're feeling right now, Sag. So proceed with confidence. It is just temporary. This too shall pass, okay? It's not always gonna feel so crazy and so stagnant. Things will even out. So proceed with confidence. I'm telling you, genuinely, proceed with confidence. You will have clarity at last. After a long while of things seeming fuzzy, I promise you, Sagittarius, there is clarity coming for you. It's just gonna take some time. So please have faith and believe it is gonna be worth it. And if you need help, if you need spiritual clarity, if you need to know the purpose, if you need comfort, then definitely reach out for a reading. The clarity that's gonna come is going to be in terms of you seeing the big picture and you seeing the patterns throughout the past year, 2 years, or even longer. The clarity I'm talking about, the universe giving you, is going to be clarity regarding your life, regarding past events and how they've manifested into the present, the reasons why, maybe not to everything, but to some things or to one thing that's really, really important to you. That is the clarity that I see the universe giving you, this whole clarity at last that's coming up for you, my dear Sagittarius babies. Now, the clarity that I can give you is definitely going to be clarity about your spiritual journey, what you should be doing, what's going to bring you comfort, and the clarity as to the purpose. For those of you who just are not going to have that perspective, you're going to understand your business in the physical sense, in the sense of your human experience, but not in the sense of someone who's going to read you spiritually and see the spiritual purposes. Those are two very different levels of understanding. And it's not to say that one is higher than the other. It's two perspectives, rather. So I really hope that you guys receive those messages with love and light. This concludes Witchy Wednesday for this week. I love you guys so much. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Subscribe, people. Subscribe. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for supporting my small business. And if you're interested in a custom tarot reading, please be sure to reach out to me. Happy Witchy Wednesday, babies. Mwah.